Here we go. I think we're live. Are we live? Yes, we are. Boom. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into this live stream. I've got some awesome things to talk about today. Before I do that, I just want to say that if you're someone who's new to my channel and you've just clicked on this video, thanks so much for clicking on it. I basically do weekly drumming videos, so tutorials, drum vlogs, drum covers, all that stuff, reaction videos, all the good stuff. So I've got you covered there. So if you are new, just make sure to sub for me. And yeah, you can stay up to date with everything that we've got going on. And one of those things that we've got going on at the minute is a giveaway on the channel to receive a Tama snare drum from me for free, which sounds too good to be true, but it's not. It's all in celebration and me giving back for reaching 10k subs. But before we get onto that, how's this new live stream feed looking? I've updated. I'm getting with the times, guys. I was using, I was just using my mobile phone for it, and it looked kind of gnarly. But now, I think this looks a bit better. Hopefully, it sounds better. Hopefully, it looks good. Let me know in the comments if you can. So if you can let me know how it's looking, how it's sounding. Is it all in sync? That would be really helpful. And also, feel free to leave as many questions as you want in the chat. I love answering all of your questions, especially when people come out with the weird ones, the weird questions. I love that because I don't really get a chance to think on the spot, and you catch me off guard and you get a real answer. It's not going to be a super live long stream. It's not going to be a super live long stream. It's not going to be super long live stream today. There's just a few things I wanted to update you guys on. Firstly, there wasn't a video on Friday last week, and that's because I had a super busy schedule all week drumming, doing the thing that I love to do the most. On the Friday itself, when I usually post, I was at an 8-hour rehearsal with my band in Pilo for a gig that we had coming up this Saturday. It was an amazing rehearsal. First time for me actually running an entire set using a Roland SPD SX pad, which was rad as anything. So we had all of our backing tracks on there, a load of live samples that I was playing, like snares and stuff from the recordings. It was super fun. Yeah, rehearsal went great. We rehearsed our new song, ready to drop it on Saturday, but I got an email today, and the venue that we were going to play it at has cancelled the gig. They're no longer going to be doing gigs on Saturdays and stuff, Fridays and Saturdays, which is a bit lame. But you know, they've obviously got their reasons. They've offered us another gig at another venue, but it's just a bit of a letdown. A lot of people were looking forward to that show. I was looking forward to that show. We rehearsed for 8 hours straight for it, but these things happen, right? At least I got to test out my new sample pad. Ben has said, the audio is a bit out of sync. Ah, okay. How out of sync? Can you let me know? Is it like early or late? I'll see what I can do here. Let me have a little look. A little look-see. And Ben's asked, who is my favourite band? I'll answer that while I try and sort out the sync issue. So that's a hard question to answer, if I'm perfectly honest, dude. I don't think I've really got like one specific favourite band. There's a lot of bands that I've always loved throughout my lifetime, right? One of the first musicians I remember absolutely loving when I was really young was Michael Jackson. So my mum was a massive Michael Jackson fan, or is a massive Michael Jackson fan, used to listen to his music loads. Yeah, used to listen to a lot of that as a kid, found it very inspiring. As I became a teenager, it became like punk rock music. And hip hop. So around about that time, I was heavily into like bands like Blink, Green Day, Rancid, all that sort of stuff. But some of the heavier stuff of the early 2000s too, like Linkin Park and Slipknot. And then hip hop wise, just all the classics plus like the more at the time modern people like Eminem. But now I genuinely just like anything that sounds good to me. I don't really have a preference. I like a bit of everything. But if I had to pick one band. That's a very hard question, dude. Can I say three? I think if we're going like rock band, it's between like Green Day, The Clash, or Blink-182. If it's non-hip hop, Michael Jackson or Eminem. Noah, here we go again. Here we go again. What, is the stream not working properly? I'm worried now. Everyone's like, no, here we go again. Yeah, hopefully it's coming out okay. How does the video look, guys? How do you feel? Yeah, Ben, about that. It's awful, right? It's absolutely dreadful if what people say is true. It's horrible, but I do feel like one thing we need to do a lot of the time is separate the art from the artist. I'm sure there's a million songs, bands, films, anything within the realm of performing arts. I'm sure there's a load of things that everybody loves with an undiscovered monster who made it, but because we don't know, we still like the thing. If it is true about Michael Jackson, I don't really want to talk about this. I might get demonetized. If it is true, he's a horrible person, but it doesn't mean that his music is horrible. His music's amazing, and he was a genius at what he did. Wow, this is going to get controversial. Yeah, this new live stream setup, I'll tweak it. We'll get there. We'll make sure it looks good eventually. Yeah, let me know. Just let me know in the comments how it's looking and sounding. I've tweaked it a little bit while we're talking. It looks like it might have frozen. If it's frozen, I'm so sorry. I don't really know how to fix that. Damn. Any other questions to fire at me while I fix the stream? Let me try this. I've got an idea. Oh, I can't amend it while we're going. All right. I'm sorry if the stream's a bit choppy. We'll just have to, deal with that for a little while. I'm going to cut to the chase if it is that way. So, the competition. Those of you who know about the competition that I've been running, you are in, if you're a subscriber of the channel, you are in for the chance of winning a Tama snare drum for free. All you need to do is find the video that I posted celebrating the 10,000 subscribers, comment on the video, like the video, and yeah, just comment exactly why you want the snare. Make sure you're subbed, like the video, easy peasy, and then it could be yours. I'll link the video down here actually. So in the chat you'll see the link to the video. That's the video to look at and comment on if you want to win that snare. Now the competition is only running for 1 month. So if you want to be in for a chance to win that snare, what you're going to need to do is go on that video and comment why you want it before the 23rd of this month. So the 23rd of September, which is a Monday, is the last chance. Around about this same time, I'm going to be doing a live stream. So it's about 10 p.m. in the UK, which I believe is about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be doing a live stream. On that live stream, I'm going to be announcing the winner of the competition. The winner of that competition will also get one of these Rayna Vandel t-shirts. Plug, big old plug. But if you want one of these t-shirts and you can't wait to potentially win one, there is actually an offer on them at the moment. But to celebrate 10,000 subscribers, I've got 10% off all the orders made at my online store. So again, you can find the link to that in the chat. The t-shirts are good. They're nice t-shirts and it helps me. It helps support the channel. Okay. So it seems like people are saying the audio's fine, but the video is lagging. I'm so sorry. I am going to get to the bottom of this. I really want to start making sure these live streams are like top quality for you guys, because I love a live stream. I think they're so fun, and it's not going to be very entertaining for you guys if it keeps like tripping out and stuff. Yeah, any questions about the competition, let me know. Any questions about the drumming and everything, dude, any questions about anything, let me know. Noah, the audio is great but the video is lagging. You might be running too many bits. Maybe change your encoding. Yeah, I think that might be it, man. I can't change it like mid-stream. I'd have to stop the stream, which I don't want to do. But thanks for pointing that out, Noah. What I'm going to do next time I live stream is just lower that bit rate. Thanks so much for the help, man. I really appreciate it. How about favourite drummer, says Ben. So my answer to this is a bit similar to your last question. I don't really have a favourite drummer. If I hear drums that sound good to me, then I like it. I think like most people of my age group, so people who are like around about 29, 30-ish years old, a lot of us got into drumming through the music that was popular at the time when we were growing up. So again, pop punk, nu metal, all that sort of thing. So a lot of those drummers, all of those drummers sort of really inspired our generation to get into drums. So, you know, people like Travis Barker, Atom Willard, Alarm Rubin. I've gone blank. Damn. I can't think of any drummers' names on the spot. Oh, I sound like a right idiot. This is supposed to be a drumming channel. Rob from Linkin Park. Is it Rob Burden? I don't know how to pronounce it. Rob. Just call him Rob. He was good. He inspired me a lot. Slipknot's original drummer, Joey Jordison. Well, the drummer that they had when I got into them. He was pretty banging. All those drummers like just really inspired me. But now I'm older, I sort of go backwards and I really appreciate the classic dudes like Bernard Purdie and all these old like super cool jazzy drummers and session drummers. I love drumming, right? And I just like a lot of drummers. So unfortunately, Ben, I don't have one specific drummer I like, but there's loads. Paul, howdy and peace and love be with you. Thanks so much, Paul Kershaw. Whereabouts are you tuning in from? I'm interested to know. There's a lot, from looking at the analytics of the channel, it's crazy that most of the views I get are from either the States, Germany, or Russia, I think, which is pretty crazy. Considering, you know, I'm just here in the UK, mind to my own business. No, I love it. It's so great to have that sort of outreach. In fact, when I dropped the t-shirts, one of the first t-shirts I sent out, I think, was Argentina, maybe? Argentina? I think it was Argentina. If that was your shirt and you're watching, let me know. And yeah, the States, I've sent them everywhere. It's awesome, man. And I'm running low on them, so get one while you can. Ben, I found your business cards in West End Music. Nice. That's what they're for, man. Noah, what was your first drum set? Okay, so do you guys know the music website Thomann or Tommen or Thomann or however you say it? I say Thomann. They have their own brand of drums, which is Millennium, or it's their own brand of gear. A lot of their gear is like Millennium. My first ever drum kit was one of those, and it was trash, man. But like anything, this is actually a good point I want to make, actually, so pay attention to this if you're a newer drummer. When you're learning an instrument, having the most expensive gear isn't going to make you better, or it isn't going to make you learn faster. I highly recommend, if you're getting into a new instrument, to learn on a cheaper instrument, so a cheaper drum set, as long as it does its job, as long as you've got a kick drum, snare, some toms, and you've got yourself a hi-hat, crash and ride, you can learn to play drums and you can get by with everything. It's not till you're at the point when you're like, I'm actually pretty good right now, I'm going to start doing this, I might join a band. At that point, that's when I'd upgrade and get better gear. So it really doesn't matter, man. Gear is gear. If it works, it works. So my first drum kit was a Millennium drum kit. I think it cost about €150, which is about $150 or about 120 quid at the time. And it was pretty trash. The cymbals, I remember being so gnarly. The cymbals that came with it, within about 3 months, also I had poor technique at this time, they were just like, I can't imagine, you know, like when you crimp a pie at the edge and it like kind of goes in waves, it looked like that. It was ridiculous. So Paul is it pronounced Louisville? Louisville? Awesome, man. Hi, what's up? Tom Rout. I love Tom Rout. He's a friend and a colleague of mine. Probably an entertainer, third. That's for Joel, if he's watching Office Quotes. Have you heard Propaganda? Dude, that band is sick. I just don't know much about them. You have played some to me in your car before. Their drummer did sound like a monster. Yeah. Xander, you're tuning in from the UK. Xander is such a sick name. I've recently been rewatching all of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Xander's probably my favourite character. I think secretly I'm Xander. I'm the Xander of my friend group. Paul, Carmen, I don't know if that's a drummer. I don't know them. Paul, can you do me a massive favour? Could you put a link to that drummer in the chat somewhere so I can check it out? That would be amazing. How are we doing for the video, like freezing and buffering and all that gnarly stuff? Is it still doing it, or is it getting better? If it is doing it, I do apologise, guys. I know it's a bit long ting, but I can't really do anything about it while we're streaming. We've just got to ride that wave, man. So, for those of you who have joined a bit late, just really quickly, the update that I mentioned in the thumbnail is to do with the 10k giveaway. Really quick abbreviated version of the giveaway. I hit 10,000 subscribers, which is amazing. I never thought I'd do that, considering less than a year ago I had 300. And as a way to give back, because obviously everything we do now is like, you know, I couldn't do it unless you guys were watching the videos and subbing and interacting. So to give back to you, I know a lot of you are drummers. So if you're subscribed, all you need to do is comment on my video celebrating 10k, like it, and comment why you want to win the snare drum I'm giving away, which is a Tama snare drum. And on the 23rd of September, I'm going to use a random comment generator to pick the winner. And they also get one of these t-shirts, which is pretty cool. Paul. So, Paul, when you said fantastic here in the USA, do you mean the stream is coming out okay? If so, thanks so much for that, man. And you are a fave as well. Oh, that's so kind, man. Look, here's my philosophy. I spoke about this before. I know that I'm not the most technically skilled and the most technically proficient and amazing drummer, but what I like is just to be able to perform and make sure people have a good time. I kind of feel like our two biggest jobs when we're a drummer, actually let's say three, the three biggest jobs you have as a drummer. One is obviously to stay in time and keep time. That is the foundation of drumming. Two is to make sure that everybody watching you is having a good time. And three is just to play to the song. I'm a song player, right? I wish, like, you know, my dream job is just to become like oh, my pink light's gone out. Damn. I kind of, I'd love to be a studio drummer where most of my income is just from drumming on people's records for them. I absolutely love playing in a studio and recording. Yeah, man. Listen to Without Love by Propaganda when you get a chance. Video is streaming better for me now than at the beginning. Thanks, guys. It's stressing me out so hard, man. Like I've been spending ages trying to get this streaming set up to sound and look good. So I've got my fancy mic. I'm using my DSLR. You know, I've got all the cool stuff coming up on the screen. I sound so lame right now. To any like long-term streamers, they're probably thinking, who is this noob? But I'm enjoying this. I think it's really fun. I just want to make sure the streams are good and that you guys enjoy them. But yeah, man, hit me with some more questions. I love answering these questions. I don't want to keep repeating myself. Anyone who's been here from the beginning, you know what I'm talking about. The competition, the giveaway. You've got to comment on that video, okay? The 10k giveaway competition. Scroll through the chat, scroll up a little bit, and you'll see the link in there. All you need to do is go on that video, comment on it, and Bob's your uncle. That's a saying we say in the UK. I watched a YouTube video recently about a British guy basically using loads of random British slang to some Americans, and they had to guess if it was real or not. Bob's your uncle was one of them. I don't think they believed it. Ben, just like homework, you try so hard, but you turn out you did it wrong. Yeah, man. I don't think I've done it wrong. I think that I just need to tweak the settings a little bit. My Wi-Fi in my house is pretty like on and off as well. It's currently saying the stream health is really strong at the moment, so if it's looking good, boom. So I'm really impressed with myself, right? I'm not very good with technology, but one of the things I wanted to do just to try and up the production value of these live streams with you guys is obviously in the top corner here we've got the Rayna Vandel symbol and live, so, you know, it's pretty gnarly. Down here we've got the ticker with the information on it. It's so cool. And the things it mentions on there, I'll let you know, subliminal messaging. It's not what it is. It's basically just shouting out my Twitter and Instagram. Do make sure to follow those, because when I'm not uploading to YouTube, I do stay quite active on Instagram. So you can basically get behind the scenes with my gigs and everything that I'm doing. It's plugging the merch there right now. Also, super chat. I'm not going to be one of these YouTubers who's like, please, super chat, send me money, I need money. But, I did say at the start of the stream, I had a gig cancelled this week and I might not be able to afford my bills. No, I'm laying it on heavy. But seriously, I'm not going to be here and be like, do a super chat, please. But if you do, really appreciate it. It's amazing. That's that awkward bit out of the way. The YouTube live stream, i.e. YouTube begging. My name is Alexander, so I originally had Xander Panda as a nickname. It doesn't have anything to do with liking pandas, it just rhymes. So I just cut it to Xander. It's a sick name, man, I like it. And Xander the Panda, that's cool. What else rhymes with Xander? Someone just subscribed. Look, you get all these little notifications. I'm so excited. I love live streams so much. Great stream in the USA. Paul, thanks so much, man. You're a legend. So, for those of you that are tuned in currently, let me know how you found out about the channel. I'm going to guess for most of you it was probably from the reaction videos. Long story short, reaction videos, I wasn't sure what I thought about them, right? Because most reaction videos you tune into and it's just some guy or a girl or whoever just basically being mean and like bullying or talking down and judging and laughing at people, and I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. I hate bullies, I hate people being condescending, I hate people being mean. So I thought I'll try and amalgamate my love of teaching and my love of YouTube to the point where I'm watching drumming videos and reacting to it naturally in a way that if it's funny, I'm gonna laugh. But I'm laughing along with someone, because if it's a mistake they've made, I guarantee you I've been there and I've done it worse. And, I like to also put in the feedback that I would give if I was your drum teacher. So, I hope when people see reaction videos, they just don't just think, oh man, another YouTuber just trying to get in on the trend. It's YouTube, man. It's a tough place to post videos. You've got to play the game a little bit, but I'd want to put my own twist on it. Tom Rout, what do you reckon makes a venue good to perform at? Interesting question. Okay, so I think it comes down to a few factors, okay? So one, that it's the right size for the band who are in it. I guess if you had like one of my bands playing at Wembley Stadium with about 50 people in the front row and an entirely empty stadium, it would look a bit ridiculous. But then if you had someone like U2 playing at a pub in like Reading with 40,000 people trying to cram themselves in, it would also be ridiculous. So I think size comes into it. How well the venue treat the band is important. How well the venue promote the gigs that they have on is important. Maybe that's some of the problem that we had with our cancellation Saturday. It's a great venue. Every gig we've done there has been rammed. I don't know. I don't want to talk bad of the place. It's one of my favourite places. They do banging vegan hot dogs. But yeah, there's loads of factors. If they have an in-house engineer and they're a really good engineer and friendly and easy to get on with, that's also amazing. Yeah, loads of factors, man. It's a hard question to answer. But essentially, if it's in a good location, people can get there. It's fairly priced. It's the right size for your band. That's the golden ticket. Some of the stuff I come out with on the spot makes me seem like such an idiot. Hope that answers your question, Tom. I miss you, by the way, man. Haven't seen you for a few weeks. I found your channel from a Rock Project UK video. Ugh. Me and my wife love the videos. Paul, you are being so kind to me in this live stream, and I really appreciate that, man. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. There's a good mixture on there, okay? Like, I try and keep everything drumming related, but obviously we've got to mix it up too. There's tutorials. I'm going to redo a load of my old tutorials, actually, right? There's some tutorials on the channel from, like, I don't know, a year and a half ago, when my filmmaking skills and my YouTube skills were a bit rubbish at the time, a bit trash at the time. So I'm going to redo them. I'm going to remake them and try and make them a bit better with the production. Let me know what you guys think about that, whether you think it's a cop-out, recycling old content. But to be fair, a year and a half ago, most of you probably weren't subscribed to the channel. Sergio, bro, you can react to drum covers. It's a great video. Thank you. If you've got any suggestions, send me a link. I make a big old playlist, and every now and then when I film a reaction, I just open up my playlist and go through the videos you guys send me. Xander, the reaction videos were how I found your channel, and I chose to continue watching because you, as you said, weren't just being mean to the people who made mistakes. I'm glad people noticed that. That's a big point I try and make. If you make a nice first impression on a channel, I think people are much more likely to continue watching. And I hope so. Like, I really, really enjoy YouTube. It's a big passion of mine. I know in the grand scheme of things, I'm a tiny channel. I'm, 10, 11,000 subs, which isn't much. But I'd like to think I'm building up a community with you guys when we all just, we all have a similar goal, which is just have fun, talk about drumming, and just have a good time and get on with each other. TNA, keep it up, dude. Hope to learn more from you. Thanks so much. If you've got any suggestions for a tutorial, can you let me know in the comments? Because usually I haven't made a tutorial in a while, because usually I only make one on YouTube if it's something that's been requested a few times, or if a subscriber has hit me up and been like, dude, I'm DMing you on Instagram right now, my paradiddles suck, help. And I'll make a video for you. So anything like that, man, just hit me up and I'll see what I can do. Alright, cool. Ben, thanks so much for tuning into the stream. Really appreciate it, man. I hope you're still drumming and I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Ben's an old student of mine and a rad little drummer too. So keep it up, Ben. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, let me know. Tune into the next live stream and we'll catch up then. Sergio has just sent me a message. I don't understand it. Sorry, man. Something about American Idiot drum cover. You Will Get Love. Dude, one of my favourite albums of all time. Fun fact, Sergio. I learnt to play drums by... I was self-taught, so I didn't actually have any drum lessons or a teacher, maybe until like 8 to 10 years after I started, and I didn't own a drum kit for the first year of practicing. People always say to me, how do you learn drums? Xander, thanks for tuning in, man. I'll see you soon, dude. People always say to me, how do you practice drums without a drum kit? How am I supposed to learn drums if I can't play? That's right. That's not true. All you need is drumsticks. All I had was drumsticks for the first year of playing. And essentially, I would listen to American Idiot on loop in my bedroom on a CD, and I learnt to air drum the whole thing, start to finish, and those skills are way more transferable than people think. So about a year later, my parents were kind enough to buy me my first drum kit, the Millennium drum kit I mentioned earlier in the stream. And I sat down, and lo and behold, it was actually all right. I kind of got by. I tried to play the album, obviously. There was loads of bits that I made mistakes on, but just sitting there, tapping it out on your legs, holding the sticks, getting a good feel for them, and air drumming totally is one way to learn. American Idiot is how I learned to play drums. Tom, right size venue for the band is a great answer. I'd much rather have the atmosphere of a smaller full gig than a big empty one. Yeah, man, it's happened to me a few times. So like, I think I said this before on a live stream, or it's in the recent video, the video all about overcoming like stage fright and stuff. Genuinely, the bigger the venue, the less you feel like you are actually interacting with the crowd and have an atmosphere and connection with them. And I think the same goes for the audience. When I've been at shows which are like 1,000 to 40,000 people, you kind of don't feel like you're there with the band. It's almost like being at the cinema. But when you're at a venue that the capacity is like maybe 50 to 200, you're there. You're like a few feet away from them, and you can, as a musician and as an audience member, I feel so much more engaged with a crowd. And I think that is a really important factor. tutorials on odd time signatures, maybe. Thinking like the ones Tool put out. That, and maybe good warm-up techniques. Redoing old ones is a vote from me. Awesome, man. So yeah, that is something I'm going to do. If you want a really quick tip for me on the tutorial, on the live stream right now, to do with odd time signatures, no one ever tells you this in music school, in drum books. It's never worded in a way that is understandable, right? So let's think about time signatures really quickly. I'm not going to bore everyone right now. This is going to be ultra quick. So when you've got a time signature, let's say the first one everyone knows is 4/4, or common time. So it's 4/4. No one actually tells you what that really means and how to break it down and work out a time signature. So the bottom number is basically the note value. So 4 is a quarter note, or, you know, a crotchet. The top note is how many of them you play to make up your measure, your bar. So 4/4 means you play 4 quarter notes. So if you've got something odd like 5/4, you just play 5 quarter notes, and then you start again, and that's your measure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easier said than done. But what happens when you've got something like 7/8? Well, the 8 on the bottom means that you're doing eighth notes. So I always use American terms. Quaver. So you've got a quaver, right? Eighth notes. So you know that's the pulse you're counting. And then the top note 7. So you just count 7 in eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's how you count it, man. It's easier said than done. I might make a whole tutorial on it, actually. 7/8 and 7/4 are banging time signatures to play in. Just try and find some songs to jam to in 7, and it really helps. Believe it's Money by Pink Floyd. I think it's 7/4, not 7/8, but still, you get the idea. Hopefully that helps. The stream's gone on a bit longer than I thought. This is fun. I love it when people ask me questions. For anyone who's only just quickly joined, really quick recap of the video. I just wanted to try out my new live stream setup. Hopefully it's a lot better quality than the previous ones. Also, I was going to let you guys have an update about the competition. So I'm giving away a snare drum as I hit 10,000 subscribers. All you have to do to enter is find the video on my channel where I'm celebrating 10k subs, and what you do is you comment on the video, you like the video, you sub, and say, I'd like this snare drum because reasons. And then on the 23rd of this month, what I'm going to do is use a random comment picker to pick a winner, and I'm sending you that snare drum for freezies. And also you'll get one of these Rayna Vandel t-shirts that I'm rocking. If you'd like a t-shirt ahead of time and you're not too bothered about winning a snare drum, what you can do is you can go to my merch store, and you can find a t-shirt on there, and there's 10% off at the moment if you use the discount code 10k subs. I'm going to put that in the stream here for you now. So if you go on my merch store, hit 10k subs into the coupon box, and you'll get 10% off your order. Amazing, amazing stuff. The other thing is I just wanted to do a Q&A, and I'm happy to stay here and do it for as long as possible. I absolutely love doing this. I'm just going to find some links to put in the stream real quick, so bear with me one moment. How's the stream holding up, guys? Are we still lagging, or do we look good at the moment with the audio and everything? Tom Rout, if you're still watching, can you let me know, as you are my filmmaker buddy. Oh, dudes, so for those of you watching who have said that you like the drum covers and everything, so Paul Kershaw, I know you said you like the drum covers. You'll notice in the chat there's someone here called Tom Rout Cinematography. That's the dude who filmed the drum covers. He's a very talented man. You should check out his YouTube channel. Tom, if you could give me the £20 for that plug next time I see you, that would be amazing. Probably more than I'll get in AdSense on this video in the next 6 months. That's why live streams are sick, because when you get someone super kind who does a super chat or a donation, it's just amazing. But I feel really awkward talking about it because I'm not here to ask for money. I'm just here to chat with you guys and get to know my audience, which I think is great. I love that YouTubers can do this, man. Like, YouTube Live is incredible. So for anyone listening to the stream or watching the stream, sorry, right now, who's quite young, I'm older than YouTube. I'm sure most of your friends are older than YouTube. YouTube started in 2005, and I can remember that. I remember that happening, and it boomed in about 2007. And I remember at the time, I just used to religiously use YouTube to watch Blink-182 videos and live footage and the stuff they released in the studio when they made the self-titled album. But what I'm getting at is when YouTube first came out, there wasn't all this live streaming and stuff, and like, I love it. It's awesome. It's such a good way to connect with people and an audience. Yeah, for those of you who have already ordered merch and stuff, I really do appreciate it. I know, like, it's weird talking about this, right? Because I'm a very small channel, but with very big aspirations, and I take YouTube very seriously. I'm a big consumer of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. I have big plans for this channel. And it's awesome that, you know, when I put out the idea of making merch, that people were like, yeah, I'm up for that, and that people have been buying it. It really helps me so much, man. It just helps keep the channel going. Like, you know, there's a lot of videos where YouTubers talk about it, but AdSense is great, but only if you're lucky enough to get a super viral video. Like, if it wasn't for that reaction video with like 1.6 million views, I'd earn nothing really a month from YouTube. It's that video that keeps me afloat, and you guys helping me with merch and stuff. And I do want to keep making these videos. I want to make them better. I always want to up my production. I want to make stuff that you appreciate, and I just want to keep doing the things that got you guys here. And the reason why I love YouTube, because it's a great way for me to have a creative outlet, right? Primarily, my career, my job is that I'm a drummer. I play drums, I teach drums, etc. But I'd like to think that YouTube is also my job, and what that means is I have to get better at it, and I have to push myself, and I actually have to work at it and do the things that you guys like. And you know, it is nice to have a bit of a financial reward from it. A lot of YouTubers aren't happy to talk about money and the money they make from it, and I'm not going to go into details of how much. It's not much at my level. But it's enough that it really inspires me to keep doing what I'm doing for you guys. And I'd never want to change what I'm doing specifically to try and earn more money. I'd rather that happen organically. A bit like this channel has, you know. There's a lot of channels who get to way more than 11,000 subscribers in the 2 years that I've been posting weekly videos. But, you know, really, it's only in the last 6 months to a year that I've really fell on my feet and know exactly what I want to do with this channel and be more consistent. It's really bugging me that pink light isn't on. Just give me 1 sec. You can't even tell I've done it. Oh well. How interesting is this? People have left because I left the screen. I'm here, don't go. So, anyone still tuning in, hit me with a Q&A question. I'm going to give the stream about 5 more minutes, and then I'll be tuning out. Tuning out? Then I'll be signing out. That's what people say, isn't it? I'm such an idiot. But just while you guys are typing out some questions for me, here is a really quick recap. 10k subscribers. Thank you so much for doing that. I put a link just now in the chat to a video where I'm doing a giveaway for the 10k, which is a Tama snare drum. It's an amazing snare drum. You have the chance to win it for free. All you have to do is go on that video, make sure you're subbed to me, like the video, and comment on the video why you want to win it. On the 23rd of this month, I'll be picking a winner randomly, and I'll post you the snare and a Rayna Vandel t-shirt. So that's pretty awesome. I'll show you guys the snare, actually. I just realised it's right here. Oh, I'm not going to play it because it's quite late here in the UK, and my neighbour's bedroom, I think, is right next to me. But yeah, this is it. This is the snare drum. This is what you can win. It's pretty rad. It's a sugar white Tama snare drum, 14 by 6, I believe. 14 by 6. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that can be yours. All you need to do, comment on that damn video. Think you'd do your top number of drummers, hardware reviews, or track reviews? Yeah, do you know what? I toyed with the idea before of doing like sort of first reaction album reviews, and I mentioned earlier in the stream that, that I'm a massive Green Day fan. Anyone watching who likes Green Day will know that they've just announced a new album coming out, of which I can't say the title on this video because I don't want to get demonetized. But I'm going to do my absolute best to hold off from listening to any of the singles and any previews that come out, and the day it comes out, record myself and do a live stream of me reacting to it and reviewing it as we go. How does that sound? Is that something you'd want to tune into? Personally, I'd love to do that. I know it kind of strays away a little bit from the fact it's a drumming channel, but at the same time, you know, I like to do things that are music related, and Green Day were the reason I started playing drums pretty much, so I feel like it all ties in somehow. As for hardware reviews, I've done one in the past. I do want to do some more. I might do a full, like, what's in my stick bag, what's in my gig bag video as well. Gear rundown, so show you the different kits I play for different gigs. So like, here's the kit I play at weddings, here's the kit I play at hip hop shows, here's the kit I play for punk rock shows, what cymbals I use. If that sounds like something you guys would tune into, let me know. I wish I could have played my own kit at Glastonbury when I played this year, man. That is a bit of a shameless plug. I'm sorry, that was super lame, but you know, I'm so lucky to have played there this year, and I really wanted to play my kit, but the kit on stage was pretty cool as well, and it sounded great, and it did help with changeovers and stuff, so just had to use my breakables. Oh, that reminds me, dude, talking about hardware reviews and stuff, there's a video I really want to do soon, all about breakables. So anyone here who's a drummer or a gigging drummer will know the term breakables, right? So if you're turning up to a venue for a gig where it's kit share and like you've got to use the same, every band playing is using the same kit, the term breakables gets thrown around, and I feel like that's changed definition as to what it includes. So when I first started gigging, obviously I'm quite new to the game, I've only been gigging like 10-15 years, breakables just meant your cymbals, your snare and your sticks, right? But nowadays, it includes your throne, your snare stand, your pedals, some of your stands, loads of stuff. Dude, I'm not going to ruin it now, but I'm going to make an entire video about it because, not that I'm moaning, I want to give guys a heads up. Like, you guys who are new to gigging, your older mentors and drum teachers might be like, yeah, if you get a gig and they say about drum breakables, just take your snare and cymbals and sticks, you'll be fine. You won't. Take everything. Take everything other than your drums, apart from the snare, if that makes sense. You might be able to take the Tama snare if you win it. That could be your new gig snare, guys. Look, I'm going to start rounding this up, okay? It's been awesome to live stream with you guys again. I hope you have enjoyed the new live stream setup with the camera and the nice mic, and I'm sorry it was a bit gnarly at the beginning. If you've made it from the beginning all the way to the end, you genuinely are one of my favourite humans. If you've just ducked in and out, thanks for watching still. I'm sure you got the message eventually. But yeah, thanks so much. I hope I'm going to have a video on Friday. Usually I post every single Friday with something drumming related. I have been a little bit slack lately, as I mentioned, just because I've been ultra busy. I start teaching at a school tomorrow. So I've got a lot to plan for that. So fingers crossed I'll have a video for you this week. Before I go, I'm going to have to quickly cut into myself. A guy in the comments, the Monad Proxy, right? This guy, Ledge. So, the reaction video that went viral and reaction video number 2, so 1 and 2, both of those videos at the start, I say, my friend Jack made a playlist of videos for me. The guy just commented is that guy. He's my best friend in the world and he's an amazing drummer. and he's just made a comment, and I think he's retracted it, and I'm kind of glad, because the item you just mentioned, so Jack just said, when did become a breakable, is exactly what the video's talking about, that I was trying to be a bit incognito about, Jack. So yeah, I'm glad you just removed that comment. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this back and you weren't part of the live stream, thank you so much for watching a 45-minute video of me rambling. It means the world to me. I hope you guys are still entering this competition. Share the video with your friends. It helps me out so much. I'll have a new video for you on Friday. Yeah, maybe I'll include like some gig footage. I've got some gigs coming up. We'll sort something out. I've got so many good ideas for videos at the moment. So Fridays at 8:30 p.m. UK time. I can't be bothered to work out what that is. EST, about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll see you then anyway. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are awesome. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week and a good weekend. And as per usual, whatever you're doing today, go out and smash it.